Today, the act of taking one small, intentional step each morning can set your entire day on a path toward greatness. When you commit to even the tiniest action toward your goal, whether it's writing a single sentence, making one phone call, or practicing a brief moment of mindfulness, you activate the powerful force of psychological momentum that fuels continued effort and achievement. Research has shown that each small win, no matter how modest, triggers a positive feedback loop in the brain, releasing dopamine and reinforcing your belief in your ability to succeed. By focusing on process-oriented tasks rather than fixating on lofty outcomes, you remove the intimidation factor that often paralyzes progress. Breaking goals into micro steps transforms overwhelming ambitions into a series of achievable actions. This approach echoes the Kaizen philosophy of gradual improvement, where consistent, incremental changes lead to substantial transformation over time. Studies find that groups using gradual increases in challenge outperform those who attempt high-stakes efforts from the outset. When you make a conscious decision each morning to do just one thing that moves the needle, you leverage the foot in the door principle from social psychology. Starting small increases your likelihood of following through with larger commitments later in the day. On mornings when motivation feels distant, the ritual of selecting a single, manageable task primes your mind for action and diminishes decision fatigue. For example, committing to draft one paragraph instantly reduces the intimidating prospect of completing an entire report, and often you'll find that once the first sentence is written, momentum carries you further than you ever anticipated. This effect has been documented in both volunteer coordination and workplace performance, where breaking responsibilities into subtasks significantly boosts commitment and follow-through. Moreover, establishing this ritual each morning sends a signal to your subconscious that you are a person who acts rather than hesitates, gradually rewiring your self-identity to align with the behaviors you want to embody. As you repeat this simple practice day after day, the cumulative impact of these micro-wins transforms them into habitual behaviors, making it easier to sustain effort without relying on willpower alone. The habit stacking technique, which pairs a new tiny habit with an existing routine, can further solidify this process and ensure consistency. When you wake up and determine, "Today, I will take one clear action toward my aim," you counteract procrastination by creating immediate movement, however slight, toward your aspirations. This initial step generates a sense of agency and control, shifting your mindset from passive dreaming to active doing, and each subsequent choice to continue produces a ripple effect that carries through the day. Even on days when external factors throw you off course, having a simple, predefined first task provides an anchor that keeps you tethered to your goals. Over time, these deliberate morning actions compound, much like deposits in a savings account, growing into significant achievements that far exceed the scope of the original intention. By celebrating each micro-achievement, no matter how small, you reinforce positive neural pathways and cultivate an internal culture of success, where each victory, however modest, is recognized and built upon. As this loop continues, momentum becomes self-sustaining, and you find yourself naturally seeking out the next step rather than waiting for external motivators. Ultimately, beginning each day with one purposeful step is not a mere productivity hack. It is a profound strategy rooted in psychology and behavioral science that transforms dreams into realities through the power of consistent action. When you adopt this mindset and ritualize that first intentional move, you unlock a dynamic force within yourself, unstoppable momentum that, day after day, brings you closer to the summit of your greatest ambitions. Every time you choose to act, even in the smallest way, you send a powerful signal to your mind that you refuse to be paralyzed by fear or indecision. When you complete a modest task, be it drafting a single email or practicing 1 minute of deep breathing, you create a cognitive foothold that proves to yourself you are capable of movement, however slight. Each of these miniature accomplishments triggers the brain's reward circuitry, releasing dopamine and reinforcing the connection between effort and positive feeling. This biochemical validation transforms what might feel like a token gesture into a genuine internal triumph over doubt. In doing so, you rewire your self-image, from someone who hesitates to someone who acts. The habit of recognizing these moments as victories interrupts the vicious cycle of perfectionism, where anything less than grand achievement feels worthless. By honoring even the most unassuming advances, you dismantle the inner critic that insists progress is only valid when it's spectacular. Over time, this practice weakens the hold of all or nothing thinking and replaces it with a resilient mindset built on consistent, incremental wins. As these micro-victories accumulate, they form a sturdy foundation upon which larger successes can confidently stand. Consciously framing each action as a victory also harnesses the foot-in-the-door principle. Once you consent to a small request of yourself, you are far more likely to agree to a larger one. What begins as writing one sentence often unfolds into drafting an entire paragraph, and what starts as a brief stretch can evolve into a full workout. This momentum is not a myth but a well-documented psychological effect that turns minor adherence into substantial follow-through. Celebrating moments of modest action also boosts your mood and self-esteem, creating a positive feedback loop that fuels further engagement. The simple act of acknowledging that you've done something matters more than the size of the deed itself. In group settings, sharing these small wins with peers amplifies their impact, fostering a culture of collective encouragement and accountability. This social reinforcement magnifies the effect, making each action feel both personally and communally significant. When doubt creeps in, recalling this ledger of small victories provides an immediate antidote, reminding you that you have already overcome hesitation. It becomes harder for fear to convince you of your own incapacity when you can point to tangible proof of progress. This growing archive of wins functions like a personal curriculum vitae of achievement, guiding your confidence and decision-making. Moreover, treating every act as a triumph helps protect against burnout and overwhelm. When projects stretch on for days or weeks, breaking them into micro-tasks prevents the sense that it's never enough, and ensures you experience regular emotional payoffs. These payoffs replenish your mental energy and sustain your motivation, so you can tackle the next challenge with renewed vigor. Importantly, this approach aligns with the progress principle observed in organizational behavior. Employees who perceive evidence of forward movement, even small, report greater engagement and satisfaction. The same dynamic applies to individual pursuits. Consistent recognition of small advances cultivates a deep-rooted belief that success is built one moment at a time. Ultimately, every modest action you take is a declaration that you will not be defined by inaction or unrealized potential. By elevating each step, no matter how slight, into a moment of victory, you construct an unshakable platform for growth, resilience, and eventual triumph. This is how the smallest deeds become the bedrock of great achievements, dissolving doubt and guiding you steadily toward your loftiest aspirations. Setbacks are an inevitable part of life's journey, often arriving unannounced and challenging our resolve. Yet, it's crucial to recognize that these obstacles are not definitive endpoints but rather detours guiding us toward growth and self-discovery. Embracing this perspective allows us to transform adversity into a catalyst for personal development. When confronted with a setback, our initial reaction may be disappointment or frustration. However, by shifting our mindset, we can view these moments as opportunities to reassess our goals and strategies. This approach aligns with the concept of a growth mindset, which emphasizes the potential for learning and improvement through challenges. By analyzing the factors contributing to a setback, we gain insights that inform future decisions, reducing the likelihood of repeating the same mistakes. Moreover, setbacks often compel us to develop resilience, a vital trait that enables us to adapt and thrive amid adversity. Resilience involves not only recovering from difficulties but also emerging stronger and more capable. This process is supported by cultivating psychological flexibility, which allows us to remain open to new experiences and perspectives, even when they challenge our existing beliefs. Such adaptability is essential for navigating the complexities of personal and professional life. In addition to fostering resilience, setbacks can lead to post-traumatic growth, a phenomenon where individuals experience positive psychological changes following adversity. This growth manifests in various forms, including a deeper appreciation for life, enhanced personal strength, and improved relationships. By embracing the lessons inherent in setbacks, we can uncover new possibilities and redefine our sense of purpose. It's also important to acknowledge the role of support systems during challenging times. Engaging with mentors, peers, or support groups provides a network of encouragement and guidance, facilitating the recovery process. These connections offer diverse perspectives and practical advice, reinforcing our capacity to overcome obstacles. Furthermore, practicing self-compassion is crucial when dealing with setbacks. Treating ourselves with kindness and understanding mitigates the negative impact of failure and fosters a healthier, more constructive response to adversity. This approach not only aids in recovery but also promotes overall well-being. In conclusion, setbacks, while challenging, are not insurmountable barriers but rather opportunities for growth and transformation. By adopting a growth mindset, cultivating resilience, seeking support, and practicing self-compassion, we can navigate these detours effectively. Embracing setbacks as integral components of our journey empowers us to emerge stronger, wiser, and more aligned with our true potential. In a world that often celebrates instant results, it's easy to overlook the profound power of patience. Yet, patience is not merely about waiting, it's about maintaining a steadfast commitment to your goals, even when progress seems slow or obstacles arise. This virtue allows you to navigate the journey toward your aspirations with resilience and clarity. Patience fosters a strong foundation for success by encouraging thoughtful decision-making and deliberate action. Rather than rushing into choices driven by urgency or frustration, patient individuals take the time to evaluate their options, leading to more strategic and effective outcomes. This approach reduces the likelihood of errors and enhances the quality of your efforts. Moreover, patience cultivates emotional resilience. When faced with setbacks or delays, a patient mindset helps you remain composed and focused, preventing negative emotions from derailing your progress. This emotional stability is crucial for maintaining motivation and perseverance over the long term. Embracing patience also enhances your ability to learn and grow. By allowing yourself the time to absorb new information, reflect on experiences, and adapt to changing circumstances, you develop a deeper understanding of your pursuits. This continuous learning process contributes to personal and professional development, ultimately bringing you closer to your goals. Furthermore, patience strengthens relationships by promoting empathy and understanding. In interactions with others, being patient allows you to listen actively, communicate effectively, and build trust. These qualities are essential for collaborative endeavors and can significantly impact your ability to achieve shared objectives. Incorporating patience into your daily life requires intentional practice. Techniques such as mindfulness, setting realistic expectations, and celebrating small milestones can help reinforce a patient approach. Over time, these practices become habits that support sustained effort and long-term success. Ultimately, patience is a powerful ally in the pursuit of your ambitions. By embracing this virtue, you equip yourself with the tools to navigate challenges, make informed decisions, and build meaningful connections, all of which are integral to achieving lasting fulfillment. Establishing meaningful habits that align with your goals is a powerful strategy for personal growth and achievement. When you ground yourself in routines that reflect your aspirations, you create a foundation that supports consistent progress. These habits act as daily affirmations of your commitment, reinforcing your identity as someone who takes purposeful action. Each time you engage in a habit that aligns with your objectives, you reinforce the belief that you are the type of person who values and works toward those goals. For instance, choosing to read a few pages of a book each day reinforces your identity as a learner. Over time, these small actions accumulate, leading to significant personal development. Moreover, grounding yourself in meaningful habits provides stability amidst the uncertainties of life. When challenges arise, these established routines offer a sense of control and continuity, enabling you to navigate difficulties with resilience. They serve as anchors, keeping you connected to your purpose and preventing you from being swayed by temporary setbacks. Incorporating habits that resonate with your values also enhances motivation. When your daily actions reflect what truly matters to you, you're more likely to stay engaged and committed. This intrinsic motivation fuels perseverance, making it easier to maintain consistency even when external rewards are absent. Furthermore, meaningful habits contribute to overall well-being. Engaging in routines that promote physical health, mental clarity, and emotional balance creates a holistic approach to personal growth. This comprehensive development not only aids in achieving specific goals but also enriches your quality of life. In essence, grounding yourself in habits that mirror your aspirations transforms your daily actions into powerful tools for success. By consistently practicing behaviors that align with your goals, you reinforce your identity, build resilience, and foster a sense of purpose. This alignment between actions and aspirations is the cornerstone of sustained personal and professional growth. In the relentless pace of modern life, it's easy to become consumed by external demands, leaving little room for introspection. Yet, taking the time to reflect on our thoughts, actions, and experiences is essential for personal growth and achieving our goals. Self-reflection serves as a powerful tool that enables us to understand ourselves better, make informed decisions, and align our actions with our core values. Engaging in self-reflection allows us to assess our progress, identify areas for improvement, and celebrate our successes. By examining our behaviors and thought patterns, we gain insights into what drives us and what holds us back. This awareness empowers us to make conscious choices that propel us toward our objectives. For instance, reflecting on a recent project can reveal strengths to leverage and weaknesses to address, leading to more effective strategies in the future. Moreover, self-reflection fosters emotional intelligence by enhancing our ability to recognize and manage our emotions. Understanding our emotional responses to various situations enables us to respond more thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This emotional awareness not only improves our interpersonal relationships, but also contributes to better decision-making in both personal and professional contexts. Incorporating self-reflection into our daily routine can also mitigate stress and prevent burnout. By taking a step back to evaluate our workload, priorities, and coping mechanisms, we can identify signs of overwhelm early and implement strategies to restore balance. This proactive approach to well-being ensures that we maintain the energy and focus necessary to pursue our long-term goals effectively. Furthermore, self-reflection encourages a growth mindset by shifting our perspective on challenges and failures. Instead of viewing setbacks as insurmountable obstacles, we begin to see them as opportunities for learning and development. This mindset fosters resilience, as we become more adaptable and open to change, understanding that each experience contributes to our overall growth. To practice self-reflection effectively, it's important to create a conducive environment, one that is free from distractions and allows for honest introspection. Techniques such as journaling, meditation, or engaging in meaningful conversations with trusted individuals can facilitate this process. The key is to approach self-reflection with curiosity and compassion, focusing on understanding rather than judgment. In conclusion, self-reflection is not merely a passive activity but an active engagement with our inner selves. It is through this deliberate practice that we gain clarity, enhance our emotional intelligence, and align our actions with our aspirations. By making self-reflection a regular part of our lives, we equip ourselves with the insights and resilience needed to navigate the complexities of life and achieve our fullest potential. In the pursuit of personal growth and achievement, self-reflection stands as a cornerstone practice. It involves a deliberate pause to examine our thoughts, emotions, and actions, fostering a deeper understanding of ourselves. This introspective process is not merely about assessing past experiences, but about gaining insights that inform future decisions and behaviors. Engaging in self-reflection enhances self-awareness, allowing us to identify our strengths and areas for improvement. By recognizing patterns in our behavior, we can make conscious choices that align with our values and goals. This heightened awareness is crucial for personal development, as it empowers us to take responsibility for our growth and make intentional changes. Moreover, self-reflection contributes to emotional intelligence by helping us understand and manage our emotions effectively. It enables us to respond to situations with empathy and composure, improving our relationships and communication skills. This emotional regulation is essential for navigating the complexities of personal and professional interactions. Incorporating self-reflection into our routine can also mitigate stress and prevent burnout. By regularly assessing our mental and emotional states, we can identify signs of overwhelm early and implement strategies to restore balance. This proactive approach to well-being ensures sustained motivation and resilience in the face of challenges. Furthermore, self-reflection fosters a growth mindset by encouraging us to view setbacks as opportunities for learning. Instead of perceiving failures as definitive, we begin to see them as valuable experiences that contribute to our development. This perspective shift enhances our adaptability and perseverance, key traits for long-term success. To practice self-reflection effectively, it's important to create a conducive environment, free from distractions and conducive to honest introspection. Techniques such as journaling, meditation, or engaging in meaningful conversations can facilitate this process. The goal is to approach self-reflection with curiosity and compassion, focusing on understanding rather than judgment. In conclusion, self-reflection is a powerful tool for personal growth, offering insights that guide our actions and decisions. By embracing this practice, we cultivate self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and resilience, equipping ourselves to navigate life's complexities with clarity and purpose. Through regular introspection, we align our behaviors with our aspirations, paving the way for a fulfilling and successful life. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to become consumed by daily tasks and external expectations, often neglecting the importance of self-reflection. Yet, taking the time to examine our thoughts, emotions, and actions is crucial for personal growth and achieving our goals. Self-reflection allows us to gain deeper insights into our behaviors and motivations. By understanding the reasons behind our actions, we can identify patterns that serve us well and those that hinder our progress. This awareness enables us to make conscious choices that align with our values and aspirations. Moreover, self-reflection fosters emotional intelligence by enhancing our ability to recognize and manage our emotions. This skill is vital for building strong relationships and navigating social complexities. When we understand our emotional responses, we can respond to challenges with greater composure and empathy. Engaging in regular self-reflection also promotes resilience. By acknowledging our setbacks and learning from them, we develop the capacity to adapt and persevere in the face of adversity. This process transforms obstacles into opportunities for growth, strengthening our resolve and confidence. Furthermore, self-reflection enhances decision-making by providing clarity and perspective. When we take the time to evaluate our options and consider the potential outcomes, we make more informed and deliberate choices. This thoughtful approach reduces impulsivity and increases the likelihood of achieving desired results. Incorporating self-reflection into our daily routine can be achieved through practices such as journaling, meditation, or engaging in meaningful conversations. These activities create space for introspection and facilitate a deeper connection with ourselves. Over time, this habit becomes a powerful tool for continuous self-improvement. Ultimately, self-reflection is not a passive activity but an active engagement with our inner selves. It empowers us to live intentionally, make purposeful decisions, and cultivate a fulfilling life. By embracing self-reflection, we unlock our potential and embark on a journey of ongoing personal development.